What's going on, everybody? Back at it again, as always. Strength we trust. We in the building, just building the community out brick by brick, person by person, teaching and motivating you guys. I got my partner, as always.
Rashawn English in the building.
Yes. And we have a very special guest today. Very happy to have her on. Single mom, motivator, single badass. She kicks butt as a trainer, a coach, brings everything to the table, and we're really happy to have you on, Vivian. And
don't forget jiu-jitsu and wrestling.
Yeah, we're gonna tap into it all.
Oh my God.
Nah, yeah, we pumping
I love
it
it.
up. We love it. Yeah, we pumping it up because you deserve your flowers, and we just think that it's really good to have you on. And we're excited to dive into everything.
So thank you for taking the time.
No, thank you for inviting me and considering me.
Absolutely.
I think that's pretty awesome.
So tell the people a little bit about your story, how you got into fitness, and also how you got into wrestling, jiu-jitsu, because that's not the typical.
I would say it's very important to build like the right connections. So I just it was actually an ex-boyfriend, which is now the father of my child. He introduced me to the world of MMA.
Mm-hmm.
And growing up, I've always had like this little aggressive side to me. But in high school, there was no girls doing wrestling. So like for me, it was like...
Yeah. I remember there was one wrestler that I saw like the whole season when I was wrestling back in like middle school, high school. There would be like one or two female wrestlers.
Yeah,
it's not common at all. But
it was not common, but I see so many now. It's amazing.
I love that.
Me too.
I love that. It's we were talking about it before we started recording. Like grappling is my favorite kind of movement activity.
Yeah,
it's the best. Nothing's harder than that. I don't care what anybody say. I'm biased. I don't care.
I was gonna say, there's strikers like Muay Thai fighters or boxers. They swear their sport is the most intense. It's the most effective. And then you talk to us grapplers, and it's like, nah. But if we take you down, it's game over for you.
And the stats show what it is. If you look at the UFC champions, most of them are wrestlers, not jiu-jitsu guys, not strikers, wrestlers. I think it's like 17 of the UFC champions had wrestling backgrounds, and then the next closest was jiu-jitsu, and there was like 10, 11, and then the strikers were at like 6 champions. So it's pretty clear.
Oh wow.
There's no debate. All right, guys, look at the stats. It is what it is.
She got it.
I love that. Yeah, I think if you're definitely gonna get into like MMA, you definitely need to have a background in grappling, or else you have no shot. You have to be well-rounded in everything overall, but I think wrestling is definitely like king. Like one, because it's all about position, like controlling. Yeah, because if you don't have control, it's just free range.
Yeah.
Right there.
We're gonna come back.
I'm sorry. I got so off topic.
No, you're good.
Sitting here like,
I want y'all to talk about this. This is good.
Like, when we gonna talk about football?
No, I talk about this. This is y'all. This is y'all stick. I like this. No, I love to hear it because like this is his world for the most part. I love learning from him and other people like yourself because like this is something that I have like no clue about, and I've gotten washed up by going to some classes before.
Yeah.
I've gotten washed up.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we're gonna tell that story.
Yeah, we'll tell the story. But I've gotten beat up. I've gotten beat up. Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you off and go up on the tangent, but yeah, Ben is telling us his story about how you got into wrestling. You said it was your ex-boyfriend who introduced it to you, and how long ago was that?
Oh my God. It's in January, it'll be 10 years. Not wrestling. He got me into jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
Yeah, he got me into Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I had a little bit of boxing experience when I was like 14, but then that stopped because again, when you're like young, I don't know about everybody, but for myself, I didn't have a lot of discipline when I was young. So I was kind of like just doing it for fun. I got pretty good at it. Then my friends quit. I was like, oh, my friends aren't doing it. I'm not going to do it.
So when you were going with your friends, was it like, you said it yourself, it was mainly guys there. Did you have a lot of female friends who were also into like mixed martial arts, jiu-jitsu, grappling, etc.?
No. So at 14, when I did boxing for fun, I did it because my friends just wanted to do it. And it was like down the street, but it was actually like a good Muay Thai boxing school. So we were just going for fun, but I actually ended up doing it like the longest out of all my friends because I really enjoyed pushing myself in that way.
Yeah.
And I was already like naturally like aggressive. Like I love hitting stuff. I love grappling. Like, but I didn't know that yet.
Were you a tomboy growing up?
Yes.
Yeah, you have any older brothers?
I do, and they used to beat me up, and like, yeah.
It all makes sense.
It all makes sense.
It all makes sense.
It all fits. It all fits.
I'm connecting the dots.
Did you see that psychology session right now? He's like diagnosing my childhood. Yeah, that's pretty much how I got into it. And then when I met him, I was 20. Now I'm 30, so it's gonna be 10 years in January that I've been doing Brazilian Jiu Jitsu.
Super dope.
That's amazing.
What belts are you now?
Brown.
Okay, so people don't want to mess with you.
Yeah, you're definitely in your own realm right now.
Yeah.
I'm good. I've seen too many YouTube videos with like big jack dudes walking in the gyms, and like the master will give like the smallest person in the gym.
Oh yeah, they
and be like,
do that.
go tap them out real quick. And like women will do it. The smallest guys in the gym will do it, and I'm like, no, not me. I'm good. I'm gonna pass on that. I'm not gonna live that life.
Listen, I got humbled. I thought I was Billy Badass back in the day when I was wrestling, and I went to this clinic, and I was probably about $180, and the guy who was teaching, he was maybe 5'5", 5'6", maybe 130, soaking wet. Destroyed me.
Within minutes. Within minutes.
With wrestling experience or no wrestling experience?
I mean, I was probably 8 years into wrestling at the time, but this guy was also like an Olympic medalist. So but I thought, I got size on him. I got like 60 pounds on him. Like, there's no way he's gonna be able to manhandle me.
Right.
I was stood corrected.
Right?
Yeah, he actually broke my friend's face. My friend took a shot on him, and if you're unfamiliar, that's like basically trying to take somebody's legs and drop them to the ground.
Right.
And how you defend that is a sprawl, which is you just kicking your legs back. So he sprawled so hard that he smashed his face into the ground and broke his face.
Oh my God.
Insane. This guy was just unreal.
Okay, so another reason why I don't live that life. I just want to make that to the camera. Like, there's a reason why I don't live that life. I'm good on that one. But so let me ask you. So besides that, how does the discipline in practicing jiu-jitsu for as long as you have, how is that like transferred over to like being a mom, work? Because I know what the discipline from it has to transfer over in some regard. Like, it has to, like, just because I know how hard you guys work in there, and I know it transfers to like what you do as like a coach and a trainer, how you are as a mom. Like, I'm sure there's some disciplines you picked up from there that are just like with you 24/7 now.
Yeah, pretty much. It definitely, I'm not sure what word to use, but it definitely showed me like resilience. Basically, stick to things. Like, you want to finish what you start.
Yep.
So a lot of times, I think the people that quit the most is at blue belt. So once you get that first promotion, you start white, then it's blue, then it's purple, then it's brown, then next step is black.
Black, right.
That's,
you're
master.
You got this.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you wiping people up.
Yeah.
All right, that's
good. Usually people will stop at blue belt. They got some skin in the game. They know like the basics.
And they feel like they know more than what they really do.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're like, deuces, I got this.
Yeah, so they end up giving up,
Right.
But once you get to purple, it's like, all right, now you're getting serious about this. And this just became a lifestyle, like just a habit.
Yep.
And
it sticks with you now, because like I feel like now you probably can't imagine not doing it.
Exactly.
Like, it's just
it's just a part of my life. Even I could see myself doing it at 60.
But that's how it should be, though. And that we talk about that a lot, like with anybody's disciplines. Like, we just want to get people in the mindset to like, whatever your forte is or whatever your tool in the toolbox is, you want to be able to do this forever, right? And that's what we're really trying to teach people. So it's like, for anybody out there, not just like women, for them to see you doing this for as long as you have and like making it as far, like, people want to see that stuff. Because a lot of times with fitness and lifestyle changes and stuff like that, exactly what you said, people get like a little taste of victory and they're like, I'm good.
And you kept going after becoming a parent. And I know that was challenging.
Yeah, but I would say the biggest thing is I actually enjoy it. So
you hit the nail on the head.
There you go.
Because I train clients and they are always like, I'm gonna start this or I'm gonna do that, and it's just like, have you ever done it before? Do you actually enjoy it? Like, don't look at that as a way to really achieve your goals if you're not enjoying what you're doing. Like, I genuinely enjoy what I do, so that's why I keep going. If you don't enjoy it, you're just gonna give up sooner or later.
It's 1,000%.
1,000%. We go through this all the time when we're talking with like clients, and even on like a whole bunch of previous episodes so far, is that like, you got to find what works for you. You got to find the community that works for you.
Right.
You got to find partners in crime that work for you, like positive influences that push whatever that is that you're doing. If you don't have that in place, like you're bound to fail. And the fact that I'm sure you have like a community of people you've built through this that
Yeah.
you can tap into them pretty much whenever.
Yeah.
Are some of your closest friends people that you've met doing jiu-jitsu and wrestling?
Well, first of all, I don't have a lot of friends, to be honest. I'm like trying to think.
You're just dumping everybody. You're like, nah, I don't like them. I don't like them. That's not really my friend, but they're cool. Like, yeah. Like that's all right. That's how it should be, though. But I mean, but you have I'm sure you have a few that you've met along your journey doing this that are like those are my people.
Yeah, definitely. There is some interesting people I've met. I've met also like celebrities, networked with people. I actually got really cool with my wrestling coach. I feel like he actually really hit me the most out of everybody I've met in my jiu-jitsu journey. And I've been doing it for 10 years. And I think I really like him because he's really down to earth. And like one time, actually like 2 times, he saw I missed practice and he like was like worried about me. And he was just like, he reached out to me. He's like, Viv, I fucking believe in you. Like, you got this. Like, you could do this. Like, he was just like hyping me up. I started crying. I was like, oh my God, nobody talks to me like this.
That's dope.
And like from there, I was like, oh my God, this is like the coach of my life. This is like.
So when did you meet him and how long have you been wrestling now? Because you said jiu-jitsu's been 10 years.
Yeah.
Wrestling is how many years now?
So wrestling, I started 2 years ago.
Okay.
And I've been doing it consistently for 1.5 years up until my car accident.
Okay.
Yeah. So wrestling definitely gave me a big edge in my jiu-jitsu. Because before
I hope y'all listening.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, because I wasn't confident. Like, I tried to think realistically. If I'm out in the street, right, I'm not gonna just lay on my ass and then like, heel hook you or something. I would like to know how to take you down. Or if you really do try to take me down, I'm gonna sprawl really hard on you, get you in a headlock, and like, do my thing from there. So it gives me kind of an empowering feeling to be out in the street in case something happens. Plus working on that reaction time and everything. It's I just feel like it keeps me on point with everyday life. So I definitely wanted to improve my wrestling because I think it's more realistic. Not saying jiu-jitsu doesn't work. Jiu-jitsu 100% works. I'm just saying it gave me an edge.
Yes.
You just feel like it transfers more to like real life stuff.
Exactly.
Like real, like somebody on the street, emergencies, things of that nature.
They try to pick me up.
Exactly.
Then,
you want to be able to defend yourself. Yeah.
Exactly.
So I think like, especially in this day and age, I feel like more women should understand how to defend themselves.
Oh, 100%.
Right. And so this is, I guess, my opinion from the outside is I feel like there's not a lot of women like yourself who are doing it like seriously, and there's more doing it for like this to say I did it kind of thing.
Or like the shadow boxing classes. And
like, so I don't want to I don't want to like
I'm not knocking those classes.
I'm not knocking those classes, but I'm just like there's not really a lot. It's not really as applicable to like real life, like you said, right? Like you going to take this like boxing class that you take once a week with like your girlfriends is probably not going to translate to you being able to defend yourself if something ever does occur.
It's cute.
Yeah,
you get a sweat. That's fun.
It's
fun, but like,
and that's why I said I think that's why you are like great for this, because it's like if women actually took it like just a little bit further, they'd be able to like feel really confident about themselves.
Because you could walk around and I know you feel different.
You feel great.
You feel different. You feel different in the street.
I gotta feel
I'm
good.
5'6" when I'm really 5'1".
Nah, but that's cool.
That's how it should be.
You should feel big, big woman thing when you're walking around. Like, absolutely.
Like, don't try me. I'm not the one.
Exactly. But that's what we want. Like, we want people to build confidence, like awareness. We want them to feel good about themselves, and you found a lane that is out of the ordinary for most women, for the most part.
And I love that.
And I love it because you've made it your own, and I'm sure you've garnered a lot of respect for it, and you've probably motivated a lot of other women, whether you know so or not, to probably take the same path. You might not even know it.
Because I feel your energy even in the gym, right? Working alongside you, I'm like, nah, she's not messing around.
Really?
Like
no way.
I mean, I've been doing this for so long. I could tell, like, you're not messing around. You're not there to, like, chit chat and be somebody's best friend. You're there to work. Like you're not playing with your clients. And I'm like, yeah, I love that. I love that.
And that's what we
I
love.
love that you could sense that. Thank
No,
you.
Of course, I
we've
pay
also-
attention. Like
yeah.
I'm with my session. I'm with my clients in their session, but I'm always paying attention to what's going on. One, because if somebody's doing some foolishness, I don't want them to hurt my client. But then also, like, I just like to see how other people train, other people's training styles. Like, so I just pay attention. And I remember, like, I guess you've been at the studio for a year now, almost.
Yeah.
A year now, and I'm like, oh, she is really not playing.
I know, right? I didn't just come and leave, but like I stood.
Yeah. And not only that, just again, like your energy with your clients, how you train them, and you're not you're not there to just chit chat. You're there to like get some real work in and help them like make progress. Well, I lost my thought. I was going to ask you about something. Yes, that's what it was. So I also see that you lift weights. Like you also don't mess around when it comes to that. Like how do you balance out jujitsu, wrestling, and the weight training?
Well, as you know, if you don't supplement with weight training, you could, increase your chances of getting injured in any sport. So once I started wrestling, I even started like neck training. And when I used to see people do it, I was like, what are they doing? Like I used to think it was so silly. But when you come out with your neck sore, it's like, oh shit.
Yeah, you got muscles here. You got muscles here.
Yeah. So I think it translates to everything. And I think overall my goal is just to be well-rounded in everything because I like to be realistic. I like to function in the real world. So I go running like twice a week just so I could have some endurance. I weight train so I could keep my strength. I do jiu-jitsu, wrestling so I could keep my skills. So it's like I mix a little bit of everything just to be well-rounded.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's so key. Like
But it's huge.
And anybody who does this for long enough, like and has a movement practice that they're really dedicated to, they end up, incorporating all of those things because they want to be in it for the long haul.
Yeah.
And if you're not doing all of those things, at some point, your ability to perform at a high level starts to decline really rapidly.
Exactly, and then that's no fun.
That's not fun. That's not fun at all.
I like the subtle like competitiveness. Like, yeah, I'm not trying to go out like that. Like, I'm not falling apart. I mean, look, I'm the same way. Like, I want to play football until the wheels fall off. Like,
See?
oh yeah, I don't mess around. Like he knows he's been playing football since I met him. All I've done is play football, and it's funny is because like all I've done now is incorporate as much things as possible. So that I can keep playing football.
Right.
Like that's awesome. All I care about.
I've known him for over a decade. Since I met him, he's been talking about hanging up the cleats, and he just keeps going.
Oh, that's amazing. Good
he just keeps going.
I try to keep going because it's like you said, it's hard to just be like, I'm good. Like I'm done with this. Like, nah, like if you've been doing something long enough, it becomes like a part of you, your lifestyle, like how you operate. Like my friends and the group texts, half of them are wrapped around sports and football at this point now. And I'm like, I'm not giving this up. Yeah. Like, there's no way. Like, you're going to have to take my legs out before I stop playing. And I think that's great that, like, you have yours and you built something around it to make sure you can keep going. And that's what we want to do for people. Like, I don't care what your thing is. Like, if you were freaking yogi master and you do your Pilates master, like, whatever you got to do to keep doing it, keep doing it. We don't care what it is. You're a runner. Figure out a way to keep doing whatever you got to do to make sure that you can keep running. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's all. We just want people to build confidence, build awareness, and just like keep building out communities. Like that's it.
And I think that all goes back to like finding enjoyment.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
If
like
you don't enjoy it,
yeah.
what the heck are we doing here?
And I think that's what really makes it stick for the long run.
1000%. I got to ask though. So like we tapped into the weightlifting like a little bit. Now you already know this because like you're in it. Is this stigma behind like women in weightlifting, and like. What it sounds like, what it looks like, what it supposedly feels like. And, you see all the memes with like the jacked butch women if they like lift like a 10-pound weight. And I'm sure, you hear this from clients probably too. Like
I don't want to get bulky.
They might be timid about lifting and stuff like that. So as somebody who is an avid lifter, right? How do you like talk to your clients and get them to understand that like that's never going to happen?
Yeah, so pretty much I break down kind of like the science of it, but I summarize it.
Yeah.
I'm like, listen, if you build more lean muscle mass by doing weightlifting, you will decrease your body fat, which is what you're looking to do. So
Yep.
you want to actually weight lift,
Yep.
and you're not going to get bulky unless you're eating like a surplus amount of calories. And I was like, me and you have different problems. You eat too little. I love to eat food, and I still didn't get on that level.
And that's
Exactly.
the thing too. Like when you work out and lift weights, you can eat more. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
you're looking at these people who are like eating less than 1,000 calories and afraid to lift weights. Like, yo, you got it all backwards.
Like,
you
you
got
do
it all backwards.
I
like,
wish I had that problem. There's some people that forget to eat. They don't find. I'm literally chewing and like salad. Like every bite, I'm like, that was good. Like somebody stop me. Somebody stop me.
The lips be slapping like that. That was good.
By the
I mean,
way,
you
I never seen you give your client no 10-pound weight. Like I see you, and I see you giving these women like 30, 40-pound dumbbells. I'm like, yeah, she's not playing, and they do not look like they're enjoying it, but they show up because
they're pushing them. You're pushing them.
You push them.
Yeah.
You push them, and they get it done, and they get results for it.
Yep. And have you found it, like, I'm sure you're going to run into a couple people who are like difficult to explain what you just explained to us, because like we get it, because like we do this.
Right.
But I'm sure, Rashawn and I have gone through this. We're like, we'll explain the sciences to somebody, and they're still going to look at us like,
but she doesn't.
No.
She doesn't give him a choice.
But I feel like you don't.
She
like,
doesn't give him a choice.
You go get this
grab
work.
these 30s.
You go get this work. Yeah.
So funny.
No, but that's how it should be though. And we, in my opinion, in our space, we need more people like yourself who do the work, look the part, and like go completely against what people think as like the stigma when they think of like women who lift, right? And I just think we need more of that, because there's just, it's always out there. Like, don't eat too much, don't lift too much, do cardio all the day, make sure you're doing this, take these supplements. And I'm like, nah, just keep it simple. Like, go pick up some heavy stuff, eat the right food, sleep a little bit more, drink a lot of water,
and you're gonna be all right.
And you're gonna be all right.
Right.
And just not enough people, like, they just don't understand that. So I think it's great that you're like not taking any crap from anybody. Like, keep beating up the clients. Like,
yo, keep going. I enjoy it.
Yeah, like keep beating them up. Keep beating them up.
I want to sound like, yes,
Like,
we got
please.
another real one in here.
Exactly.
Thank
But
you.
let me ask you, like, in terms of coaching now, like, I know how long you've been actually coaching clients now?
I would say about 8 years.
Okay. And like, how, business wise and everything like that, like, have you found yourself like changing over the years? Like, what is there anything you're working on now that, in terms of like your business or anything like that, people might want to know or might want to, tap into or anything like that?
Well, I've definitely developed a lot. I definitely owe thanks to my dad. He raised me to always have a growth mindset, and if you're not growing, you're dying.
I love it.
So it's like you're either progressing forward or you're going backwards.
Yep,
'cause
you
you're
never
staying
stay the
still.
same.
Exactly.
Yep.
So I definitely believe I've developed a lot as a trainer, especially over the past year working here in the city. Being surrounded around you guys have definitely. I was like, oh, these guys are like, they're top level. They're like the real
appreciate
deal.
it.
We
So I
appreciate
need
that.
to up my level.
Right.
We're all
Yeah.
right. Yeah,
Mike,
we're
I don't know about him, but like, I
Yeah.
want my mind.
We're regular. We're regular.
No, you guys are amazing. I see what you guys do on social media. And
I
everything,
appreciate
your
that, yep.
clients, you moved to Texas because that means you
Yeah.
have a big following.
I'm trying to make it happen. We're just trying to, teach people little by little. We just want people
Share
to.
our passion.
We just
man.
share our passion. Like, that's really all it's about. Is like,
Yeah.
we love what we're doing with this, and that's a big reason for our podcast, man. We just want to get as many people learning and wanting to learn.
Right.
That's really the hard part I find, is that people want results. They do.
Yeah.
Like, they want to change their lives. Like, if they're unhealthy, it's just, most of them just don't know how. They really don't. Like, there's just so much stuff getting put in their face through social media
Mhm.
that it's nice for us to have this platform where we can just give like sound, clean cut information to people, and have people like yourself come on and then reinforce that information.
Yeah, so it doesn't look like it's just us.
And
Like-
and that's what we like, is like we're not actively looking for people who think like us. We just want to talk to people organically. And then when you do reiterate stuff that we've already said, that makes it even sound better now, right? Because now we're not pulling you to say what him and I
This is
believe
all
in.
unscripted.
This is all you.
Off the
unscripted,
cuff,
yes.
like,
Yeah, like this is you. You're just talking your passion, your experience, and it falls in line with what we're talking about. So now when people listen to it, they're like, oh, there you go.
There's
Another
no
connection.
coincidence.
This is not just like them talking and pulling this out of nowhere. So yeah, that's why we love what we're doing here with this. And I will say, do you, as somebody who's been doing this for a while, has there ever been a point in time where you maybe felt like uncomfortable being like the only female trainer in a space? Because I'm sure there's a lot of times where it wasn't a million women training. Because I know that wasn't the case. Because I know even when I first started training, it was very a male dominated space. Now in the last couple of years, I've seen it like grow. There's a lot more female like influencers, coaches, and trainers. Have you felt like that change since you started coaching up until now? Has it been the same for you? Like, how's it been?
Oh yeah, for sure. The first time I stepped into the gym, I was like 18. I was getting ready for prom, and I remember it was very male dominated. And I would always go to like a little corner and try to hide myself and like try to do my thing and like I don't know, not look stupid doing it.
Yep. Which is most females will do that.
Yeah. So I totally relate to that, shy woman that is just starting out because I was there before too. And even as a trainer too, like sometimes I'll be at a gym, like even 02, I'll be like all men and I'll be like the only female there. And it's just like, all right, let me assert my dominance here.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
No,
Not
you
dominance.
take up space.
Exactly.
You take up space and you deserve it. Like, and you own it. And I'm like, because there's some of those dudes are trash. Oh, did I say that out loud?
But boom.
My bad.
That's okay. You can talk yourself, but that's what. But like, I love to hear that kind of stuff because we were in this field where it was male dominated, but like to have people like yourself coming on board, like you probably don't even know it, but like you're probably motivating people not just to get results. Like there might be people who might want to like change careers and might want to follow your journey and your path, and like they're watching you do it. Like you might be motivating somebody to do it, whether you know it or not. And we talk about this all the time. Like if we could just motivate one person every day, whether it's to make a choice, whether it's for their lifestyle, training, or career, like we're good. Like we feel great. So like you probably don't even realize it, but like you're doing it because there's really not a lot of, in my opinion, a lot of strong, confident women influencers that regular women can relate to. Because a lot of times on the internet, we see what like ridiculous whatever model plastic surgery, all this stuff that's being sold to women.
Skinny chicks that don't really work out.
All right, yeah, I didn't want to say all that, but like you get my point. It's all fake. And so to have somebody that's like real, like you practice this, like hard nose every day.
You live this life.
You live this life. And I think more women need to like follow that for sure.
Yeah, and I actually posted about that like I think a year and a half ago about how toxic social media is sometimes, especially seeing these perfect looking, like for example, like women, because I'm a woman. If I see somebody that looks perfect, has a perfect life, has the perfect abs, has like she's just like stays at home, like her house is super fucking clean. I'm just like, how is she like? This is so unrealistic for me.
This is not gonna happen, right? This isn't this is not real.
Yeah,
that's
so
the problem with social media. Go ahead.
And I posted like I just unfollowed all of these bitches. I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. Like, and you know what? I felt so much healthier.
Right?
Good for
I
you.
felt so much healthier because I'm not following, like I'm not observing what you're doing and like how. Like, I'm not looking at you like this and I'm like this. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to just do my best. I'm going to focus on my lane. I know I'm doing this right. And, like, whatever. Because a lot of social media is just social media.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's a highlight reel.
It's a highlight reel. It's not what people's actual lives are because, we've all been doing this long enough where, like, we know the people with bigger followings and we see what they look like in real life and we see what their actual lives are like and they don't coincide with one another.
It doesn't match up.
It doesn't match up, right? Like, I see too many perfect IG and TikTok pages, and then like I see the person in real life, man or woman, and I'm like,
what happened? Not adding up. Like
that's not fitting the script right there. Yeah. So it's good that you've done that, but like I think more people, not just women, need to do that. Like, why are you following these pages that aren't motivating you in a positive manner? Like, why are you following these toxic pages that just make you feel worse about yourself? Like, they're not making you like motivated to go to the gym and eat better food. You're looking at them like, I'm never going to get there. And I'm like, why are you doing that? you're just beating yourself up all the time. Like I stopped doing it too. Like there's a lot of like the male IG dudes rip the shreds 24/7, and I'm
24/7.
balling out of control. And I'm like, nah, man, get out of here. Like I don't want no part of that. Like you said, I think people need to get better at just staying in their own lane and just maximizing their efforts within their craft and watch how much further they go.
Exactly.
Like I'm sure you probably, as soon as you deleted that, you probably started growing exponentially.
I just stopped comparing myself because I think that's also kind of toxic to your own
1000%,
your
yeah.
own mental health
Mm-hmm.
to constantly compare yourself to others, because there's only one you and you can only maximize your efforts in your life,
I
because
love it.
everybody's life is different.
I love it.
You know, some people have kids, some people don't have kids, some
Right.
people have their dream career, some other people are just starting out, you know. Some people will kill to be in New York and other people just want to get out, you know. So it's just like everybody's in a different situation.
Me, but no, but I love that, and I think the more people understand that and understand that, like I'm good where I'm at right now, they'll get further. Instead of comparing X and Y and Z to A and B and C, like just do your own thing.
You know the
Yeah.
saying, man, comparison is a thief of joy.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I had to unfollow a
Knowledge.
lot of these perfect people and just, you know, focus on me. But I don't hate on anybody. I know, right?
Nah, I'm not
It's
knocking
just like,
nobody's hustle, but you know, I
Exactly.
just know that for some people that they don't know that that's not real life. And we need to be able to be like, hey, it's not. So if you're gonna follow them, just know that you know you're just following someone's highlight reel, and don't use that as a barometer for whether you're doing well or not. Like, stay in your lane, like you guys have just been saying. Like, just stay in your lane, do the best you can,
Mhm.
and you know, surround yourself with people that uplift you, and you know, find resources to help you get better at whatever it is that you're trying to get good at, and you're gonna be all right.
And you're gonna be just fine. Let me ask you.
Mm.
So just to kind of like bring it all through. So I know you're doing like one-on-one coaching. You're seeing people in person and stuff like that. You're working on building out a platform now too for people to access you now, right?
Right. I'm trying to transition more online, since that's what's really, you know, it's really booming now.
Mm-hmm.
Like the social media market and
100%.
So I want to reach more people, but I physically can't be there.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, so I would love to transfer more to that aspect, like more in what you're doing.
We're trying. We're trying. I like it gives you the ability to tap into more people, help more people.
Mhm.
You know, and it just gives you an ability to put your fingers in like, you know, just like more spaces, you know, and you're not tied down to just seeing an individual for an hour session and stuff like that. So I think it's great that you're doing it. I think keep pushing.
Yeah,
Like,
I love the online training space. I had my reservations about it before, but like it really blew up during the pandemic because
Yeah.
then people
Mhm.
had no other options.
Right.
And I started looking into it more, and it's like, yo, it's really cool. It's one, it's a cheaper price point for people who can't afford to see someone in
Yep.
person. It gives them more flexibility because you
Right.
know people are working from home or working remotely, and that way, you know, if they're traveling or wherever, they could still be consistent with whoever they trust with their fitness journey. And also, as you know, doing this as long as I have been doing this, like I like it because at least especially with the online coaching, like where you're, you know, a lot, giving people programs and having that in-depth conversation about the other things going on in their life, it allows them to be more independent and take ownership of their own journey,
Yep.
right? Because what happens sometimes, like with some of the in-person clients you'll get, like you become their crutch. They'll do
Oh
whatever
yeah.
nonsense between sessions, but they know they're going to see you, and then they can't even tell you how much weight they lift.
That is so true.
And I'm like, you know what? Like there has to be a better way.
Mm-hmm.
Like and I'm not saying like in-person training is no good because it's super impactful,
Right.
right? Especially if you're a good coach and able to communicate effectively, like it's great. But like the online training space has really opened up the doors to allow coaches like us to just reach a bigger audience. So I think like it's something that everyone should be tapping into.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely want to get into that more. I just think it's you know, everything is hard work.
It
Whatever you
is.
want to succeed at, you have to take the time and the effort to like build it up.
It is. It's a whole new skill set that you have to acquire to to get into that space, but
I
it's
think
worth
once
it.
you get it down, then it could be like smooth running from there.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like anything. Once you practice it enough and you get comfortable enough with doing it, you're gonna get good at it. That just comes with anything. But no, I look, I really appreciate you like coming in and like chopping it up with us because you are our first female guest, which I think is really important and cool.
That's
Yay.
awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just wanted to give you your kudos for that. Let me ask you, like, if you had like a person who's never lifted before, right? Like a woman in particular, and you were going to tell her one thing to motivate her to like want to start lifting, what would that be? Anything. I don't care. You can tell me. I put you on the spot.
Anything.
Yeah, I put you on the spot.
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to tell that person that's never even looked at a weight before, never thought about a weight before, but you know how beneficial it is? What are you going to tell that person? I put you on the spot. It's okay.
Oh my God.
I mean, think about that first time you went in the gym and picked up a weight. What would you want somebody to
tell you? Exactly.
Because you said you were that person going into the little corner of the gym. Like, what would you have wanted somebody to tell you
before you
tell
walk
the
into
younger
that corner?
Vivian, like, hey, whatever it is, fill in the blank.
Well, I'm gonna go with the famous line from Nike. Just do it.
You know what? Like, I love that slogan. Nothing hits like that. Just do it.
I got no real motivation. It's just do it.
Just do it.
You can't think of like just do it.
That's perfect.
Just send it.
That it works. That's all I want to know. Because you know what? That works is because you feel it. Like you're being honest. You're not like making it up. That's exactly what you're going to say to
That's
somebody.
why just do it hits.
And that's why it works.
It just hits.
Just
like matter of fact, I trained my son's nanny tonight. And listen, by the way, everyone can get this work. Everyone can get this work. Everyone gets this work.
If you around us,
my son's nanny was like, "Oh, I do kickboxing, but I want to get into strength training." I was like, "What's up?" As soon as you get off, let's get to work. So we went in, we had a session, and she was like, "Oh my, I need this." I could feel how there are gaps here that I'm not like addressing and how this is going to translate to my kickboxing. And I was like, see, all you had to do was just show up and get it done. Like, you had the capacity to do this.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Exactly.
That's it.
Just
and now she's like, we need to do this like twice a week.
So you're like, thank you. Thank you.
You feel me?
Exactly. Thank you. I'll take that. But like, look, we really appreciate you like coming down and doing this. We're really trying to like not just motivate people, but like teach people and give them more confidence. And we want them just to like feel good about themselves. And you're giving women and everybody just another avenue to like grow. It's not just us barking at them like, man, stop playing and lift weights, eat right, do this, X, Y, and Z. You're living it, and you're doing it as a mom who can probably beat me up. That's fine. I'll take my L's. We're not even, we avoided that story, by the way, so I appreciate you not bringing that up.
No, we got to get into that story, Mike. We got to get into that story.
I was trying to avoid it. By the way, I was trying to go this whole episode without them bringing this up.
We bringing it back. Like, I'm not done talking about wrestling either.
Oh, my God. Look, so way back when, somebody that we both know, Mr. Rufat, brought me in and was boxing with me for about a year. And I had figured I got pretty good at it, and he thought as well, and decided that I should probably come do some sparring now with some MMA individuals out in New Jersey.
Professionals. And when you don't like when he was only doing it for a year, and he went to roll with professionals. We did it for a long time, over a decade. We know there's levels to this.
He brought me out there. I'll never forget this day. He brought me out there. 2 guys were ex-UFC individuals.
Oh, David Branch.
There you go. Walked out there. And they had 5 rounds, 5 minutes. He didn't give me no instructions.
God.
Right.
Gave me no instructions.
5 minutes.
And I had no idea what I was getting into. I thought we were just boxing. I swear to you. And I got leg kicked in my knee so hard that I heard my knee go. And I was like,
I can't believe it.
I said, what just happened just now? I can't believe I just got kicked. And then my competitive spirit kicked in because I'm like, I'm not going out like that. So he was like, you good? And I was like, yeah, I'm good. No. You know what happened again? Kicked me in the same knee again. My knee collapsed. I was done so. It was over. Imagine, I fell right to the mat. It was over. Game's on. I limped out of there. I found out I ended up spraining my LCL, hyperextended my knee. And I was limping around for what? Probably 3-4 weeks.
Oh my God.
I couldn't even walk on one leg.
Oh
Vivian,
my
I
God.
cried when he came back to the apartment. he
Oh
told me he went 5-minute rounds with professional fighters.
Wait,
And I'm like, Mike, are you dumb? Like, you should have told me. I would have told you, Mike, don't do it. Mike, don't do it. Like,
So this is why I say this to say this. I fully respect what you do because I got thrown to the wolves and they ate me
Yeah.
alive
Oh my
and they spit me
God.
out with no remorse.
Mike was like, listen, I was just fighting for my life. I'm like, yo, I just don't want to die.
Yep. I remember, no lie, they had me pinned a couple times on my back. And I'm like, I don't know how to get out of this, but I'm gonna make sure I don't get punched in the face. So I'm hooking, grabbing. I have no idea what I'm doing here on this mat. And my knee was already limp at the time because my knee had already been blown out at that time. So I have 3 limbs trying to survive against professional fighters. So yes. So that's why, to be honest with you, that was a big part of the reason I was like, I got to get her on here because she needs to hear my experience and how bad this was, which is why I never went back.
I laughed.
Aw.
Yo, I laughed till I,
really want you
cried.
to go back.
Nah, I'm straight. I'm good. I'm gonna keep lifting these weights and playing football. I'm gonna run, jump, skip,
Stay
hop.
in your lane.
I'm gonna stay in my lane.
Stay in your lane.
Yeah, you stay. You got your lane. You got your lane. I got my lane. For everybody else, stay in your lane.
Listen, I made the mistake one time. I was like, it was my first training job at a commercial gym, and one of the guys was like a international champion in Muay Thai, and he knew I wrestled, so he wanted to get better at wrestling. So he's like, yo, you gonna train with me and my partner. I get there, his partner's name is Genghis Khan. I'm like, what the hell did I sign up for? so it's me, this dude, and Genghis Khan. He's like, all right, first drill, we gonna stand in the circle. I'm gonna kick you 5 times. You gonna kick Genghis Khan. He gonna kick me, and we gonna go around. And I'm like, that doesn't sound fun. So, and I've seen this guy like kick like the corner of like metal desk and feel nothing. So I'm like, this is not gonna feel good. That first kick came, I went right to the floor. And same thing. He was like, you good? And I'm like, yeah. Yeah. So
I'm not going out like that.
So I stood up, whack, whack, whack. The next 4 came, I'm like, okay. so then I had to use my useless leg to kick Genghis Khan.
Oh my
So
God.
I threw the limp leg, like, I gave him 5 quick ones. And then Genghis Khan kicked the dude, and then it was right back to me. I'm like, oh, nah. We went around, 5 here, 5 here, 5 to my calves, to my ribs. He gave me 1 down the middle. I'm like, next drill. next drill. I got on the bus to go down to class, and you know the steps are they're pretty steep steps. And before I even get to that, you know, when you stand up, you don't think about standing up. You just stand up. I was at my stop, and I'm looking up, and I'm like, my legs don't work. I'm like, my leg. I pull myself up, and then I hit the step, and I just crumbled. I fell right down. Both steps and hit the street. I'm like, oh, nah. This is not going to be good. My legs were not the same for about 3-4 weeks. So when Mike told me he went with UFC fighters for 5-minute competitive rounds, I was like, nah, oh man, you different.
You different.
You different.
And he'll swear up and down like, nah, they weren't going that hard. And I'll be like, to you, I'll be like, to me, I felt like I was in World War III. I was in survival mode. I was in like, yo, just do not die. And then the worst part about it is, right? This is icing on the cake. I drove there and drove him. Icing on the cake. So we get in the car. I don't even want to talk to him. I got no words for this man when we get in his car. And he's like, yo, I can't wait to go back next week. You should come. I'm sitting in the car. I'm like,
you in all kinds of pain.
If you don't get out this goddamn car right now, I'm going to kick you out. Oh, wait, I can't. I have no leg.
You can't
I
do
can't
nothing.
even do nothing.
You can't do nothing
I'm
but sit there and be
useless.
tight.
And so he hit me up about going next week, and he saw me in the gym, and I was literally like limping on one leg. I had nothing. So this is why I say I appreciate what you do. I respect what you do. It ain't me. This ain't my thing. Like I'm not going out like that.
So we're not telling you not to take up, mixed martial arts or anything like that. But take your time. Don't go from zero to hero.
Yep.
Yeah.
It will not be fun.
Nope.
Start at where you're at,
Right.
and work with people who are going to meet you where you're at.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you're going to be all right.
Yeah. Find good instructors that aren't going to sell you to the wolves.
Yes. I think he just gave you a really bad experience, and that's why you're like
No.
traumatized.
Listen, that just says that, he respected your skill set and thought you were an athlete.
That sounds good.
I know, I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make you feel better about it.
That sounds good, but that ain't real, but it sounds good. But yeah, no, look, I've had bad experiences. We've all had bad experiences and
Doing too much.
doing too much and getting crazy. But what is cool about it though is it definitely like realigns like, okay, I got some stuff to work on.
Yeah.
And which I appreciated it for, but I'm definitely like now when I watch like mixed martial artists now,
Different appreciation.
I'm like watching it like this. Like I used to watch it like, like do this. You should be doing that. And then now I watch it, I shut up. I'm watching UFC or MMA, anything now.
That's
I'll be
hard.
I'll be like, damn, that's
he's a
really
warrior.
hard.
He's
I
a
don't know
warrior.
how he just did that just now. That's crazy. And I'll be hearing like the meatheads behind me or people talking crap about kick him in the butt. I'll be like, you don't even know. You don't even know what's going on right now, bro. Because right now, if he was in front of you, he'd snap you like a twig in one shot.
You ever been through anything like that, man?
Somebody ever they put you into the wolves with some like professionals or put you in a higher standard than you were ready for? They ever did that to you?
Too soon?
Or you did it the right way?
No, there's been a few times I've sparred a girl that had way more experience than me in boxing. And when we were supervised with other coaches, it went smoothly. And then during the pandemic, we're just trying to get training in. And she just started jiu-jitsu. So I was like, I'm good at jiu-jitsu. And she was good at boxing. I was like, I want to get better at boxing. Because, again, I like to be well-rounded. I don't like to be one-dimensional.
Right.
So then I was like, all right, let's practice. So then we have the gym. We have an open gym. We put our headgear on, whatever. We start boxing. This girl goes in. She goes in. And then, again, I'm very competitive by nature as well. So then I'm just like, I'm all right.
I'm good.
Yeah, like my nose is like bleeding and everything. I'm like, I'll be all right. And then she started getting me mad. So then I was just like, I took off my headgear because I couldn't see right. I was like, that's it.
Turn up.
Yeah,
turn up.
You sound like us.
You sound like us.
You sound like us.
I think
that's the way I
what we
felt.
have in common. We like to challenge ourselves.
100%.
Yeah.
I'm cool with taking an L.
Crazy or dumb.
I'm about to say, I think we might be a little.
There's a little bit.
There's like a fine line.
That was dumb of me taking my headgear off.
I
was just like, I couldn't see. I was like, listen, I'm going to see every shot that comes in.
At least you started with headgear. We had no gear. Those kicks, we had no padding.
No, I had nothing.
That's brutal.
When you start with like Muay Thai and stuff, because I've gone to like some like actual matches, and you see them go through the levels. Like the first set of guys, they got the shin guards, they got the headgear, they're padded. Then you get later on, you see the padding come off, and then the final match, no gear. Every hit, you hear it echo in the whole building, and it's like, oh nah, I would be dead.
Yeah, no. Again,
that happened to me once. I got head kicked at Muay Thai. They didn't show me how to hold the pads.
Oh no.
So I know how to hold pads for boxing, but this was a head kick. So I was just holding the pads like this.
Oh no.
And it just came right back. Bloop.
Oh yeah, she actually missed the pads or something, and she actually kicked me in the head, and I was just like in shock, like
I just got kicked in the face.
Yeah, I was like, I fucking love it. I was like, reality just hit right now.
Yeah,
it's so real.
Yo, see, that's why I said there's a fine line. Like, there's like the I'm competitive, and then there's like, yeah, I'm a little crazy. Like we got to be a little crazy to like sign ourselves up to like get destroyed. Yeah. Like. But that's all right. That's what we're here for, man. We just, but people got to find that. I feel like people got to find
Get out of your
that.
comfort zone.
Get out of your comfort zone. It's okay to be like, to suck at something for a while. Well, in my terms, I'm going to be terrible forever. But it's okay to be bad for a while. And like, you're not going to be great at everything that you do. You're not going to be a superstar off the bat. Like, it's cool. Like, it's all right. Like, you'll get there. Whether it's training.
You still owe me, bro. Like, listen, I let you smoke me on the football field. You still
he
owe me.
He didn't tell you that story too. So I've embarrassed myself, but he gets embarrassed too. We back when we were working at the gym together, previous gym, they would have like field day and stuff like every year. And you go outside. Yeah, we would go outside, you play tug of war, you do different activities, and they would do like football stuff. We'd toss the football around. That's my world.
Right.
Yeah. So they were doing like one-on-ones where like the guy would try to stop me from like catching the ball. Somebody would throw us the ball. And he's competitive. So he's like, I'm a guard, Mike.
Yeah, Mike, you ain't nothing. I'm talking smack like I normally do.
Yep. So he starts talking and I don't say anything at the moment, because I do talk a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I talk a lot of crap. And how do I say this? I gave him the business.
Yeah,
I gave him the business. And then I remember afterwards, he was like, where the hell did you go? Like, what did you do?
It was just like boop bop boop.
I let him have it. But it just goes to show you, like, because he's tried to wrestle me a couple times.
We were at a training seminar at the UFC Performance Institute in Vegas.
Las Vegas, yeah.
And I'm like, yo, we got mats right here, Mike. What's up? He was like, nah.
Nah, but I found him somebody. But I found him somebody to wrestle immediately though. Because I was like, you're not gonna take it out on me. Yeah.
I gave him the business.
That was a good time. Like we were in there and like the seminar was over for the day and everything like that. And guys and girls are starting to like go into little groups. Everybody's talking, chatting.
We're in the UFC.
We're in the UFC Performance Institute.
There's so mats, and I'm like,
we want to do everything. So everybody's wrapping up, and Sean, he's ready to wrestle me. And I'm looking around, I'm like, nah, you're not about to embarrass me in front of everybody right now.
One dude.
Yo, I lied to you not. And I found some dude. They were looking over there, and I was like, yeah, Sean, him. He looks like he wants to wrestle. Meanwhile, in the back of my head, I was like, yeah, we need to find somebody that's not me immediately. So, because I'm not getting washed up. And he washed him up.
You still owe me.
I do.
You still owe me. I gotta pay you back for that.
Yeah, that's true.
You definitely embarrassed me in front of the whole team. I was like,
this is true. But you had your moment. You shined. I let him shine. He beat the brakes off this dude on the mat. I'm not gonna lie. He washed him up. I recorded it on my phone and everything. I sent him the hot. Yeah,
it was mad fun.
He had his shine. It was mad fun. Yeah, he had his shine. He was wrestling. But I remember we went downstairs too. We did the this is like we're stupid at this point. We're young and dumb. They had like the curved treadmills that you can run on.
Mm-hmm.
And my dumb self, I tried to get on there and like run out my shoes. And I almost ate it.
Oh my god.
Face plant right down on the treadmill. And who was recording at that time? Was it Jeff? Our friend Jeff?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, so it just goes to show you, like, we're crazy. Like, we got to be a little crazy to like get better at whatever the heck it is. Because no matter where we're at, we're like, even though we're older now, we still act like kids sometimes.
Yeah. But like we could talk about this stuff for hours. But point is, man, have fun with this. Have fun with this. Try new things. Get out of your comfort zone.
Yep.
Hopefully you won't have stories like us. Maybe you will, but you'll laugh about it because we're still here. We still have a good time. We haven't stopped.
Exactly.
I mean, this is life, man.
It didn't kill you, so
exactly. All it doesn't make you stronger. So yeah, I mean, we'll wrap it all up. But like seriously, we appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate you dropping a couple jewels. Hopefully motivating as many women as possible to like change their mindset, their approach, and hopefully like just get themselves out there and just be uncomfortable. And yeah, any last little tidbit you want to leave off with everybody? Let them know, what they need to be doing besides just do it.
Besides just do it is probably the greatest advice.
That's fine. That's cool. Where can they find you? If people want to hit you up on IG or TikTok, whatever you got going on.
Yeah.
Let them know the space to hit you up on because we want to share your platform as much as we're sharing our own platform.
Well, thank you. I'm definitely going to share this, by the way.
I mean, I hope so.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, we're going to have stuff sliding right along the bottom. Tag names right along the bottom. We got you. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. I mean, so everybody could just follow me at Beast Mode Vivian. I'm mostly on Instagram. TikTok, for some reason, deleted me because I didn't verify my age. So that's weird. But for now.
Strange.
No, it's strange. Hater.
Right? I'm like, my daughter didn't even verify her age. Like me? Like, whatever.
They just hating.
Yeah,
they just hating.
Yeah,
but
is what it is.
All right, so we'll make sure. And as always,
next time we get into the spicy topics.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. We're gonna save that for next time.
We'll save that for next time. We'll definitely have it next time. Yeah, we got to lay like a healthy foundation.
Okay. Yes. Don't make it spicy.
Exactly. But look, as always, we really appreciate everybody stopping by, checking us out for another episode. Hit us up at Strength We Trust, all platforms: YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. We were verified. It's okay. We got lucky. They didn't try to kick us out. So
Not
we
yet.
got lucky. Not yet. And Mike Fit 19 on IG and all other platforms. And then my partner in crime here.
Average Sean English. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We appreciate all the support.
Absolutely.
Until next time.
Catch you later, man. At Strength We Trust, baby. Peace.